there are some features on a Mac that allow you to change the way users can log in, and also the way they can swap between accounts if more than one person wants to use the computer at the same time. If you go to your system preferences, click on the Apple symbol in the top left, scroll down the list to system preferences and click on that. And within there you'll see under system accounts. Click on that option. Now in the bottom left hand corner you will need to click the lock before you can make any changes, and that will require an administrator's password. So just type that in. Now what you can see here is the symbol of the house with the login options, and if you click on that, and within here these are the options that you can choose. Now the first one is automatic login. I've turned that to off. You can actually enable that so it will automatically log into one specific account. Doesn't matter whose account, any account that's enabled on that machine, and that's the option that you can choose. If automatic login is turned off, what you'll get is a login window, and it will either choose a list of users. So if you can see my picture and my name, my son's picture and name, that's what you'll get. So you'll get a list of users, and then you'll have to type in any passwords. Alternatively, you can choose name and password, and what that will give you is two text boxes where you will have to choose the name and the password. That is a more secure feature, because if someone does steal your laptop, they'll need to know the username and the password, whereas a list of users, they'll already have the username and then they just have to try and crack the password. You can choose to show the restart, sleep and shut down buttons. So it may be that you've logged in, or you've switched the machine onto the login window, and then you decide actually you want to shut it down. So rather than having to log in to an account, you can just choose to shut it down or restart it from there. The input window, that just gives you the option of which language you want to select for the input window. And there'll be a drop down list with flags and obviously the name of the language next to it. Show password hints. If you tick that, if you've got a password enabled on your account, it will show you the hint that you've put in just to try and remind you of the password. And then you've got voiceover. If you choose that option, the text box is for your username or your password, you'll have a voice that comes over and it will just confirm what that text box is for. Nice little option we've got here, which is fast user switching. Now, for instance, I'm in my account now, and it may be that I want to enable this to allow my son to log into his account without me having to log out. And in the top right hand corner you can see there it's got my name, and that's this option here. If I choose just name, it gives me a full name. You can have your short name, or you can have an icon, and that just gives you a male or a female symbol. That gives you that option there for the fast user switching. Now to use that, it's just a case of going over and clicking on the name, and then you'll see a list of the names of all the users on that computer. A tick means that that user is already logged in. Now I'm just going to go and click on my son's account, and you'll see how that logs at him, and then I'll click back on my account. It'll ask for my password, and then that'll log me back into my account. There we go. Sorry about the silence, but obviously logging into my son's account, the software I'm using for recording is not working in his account, it's running on mine. Now if I was to try and close down the computer, if I choose shut down and then confirm that, because my son is already logged on, it will advise you that whatever he's working on will be lost, because I'm actually shutting the computer down. So if you're in one account and you actually want to shut your own account but leave the other accounts open, the best option is to actually choose the log out. And what that would do is that would log you out of your account but leave the other account still active, and the computer would then be returned to the login screen. So that's some nice new features of the fast user switching and the login account.